afternoon. I hope you all are having a fabulous Wednesday. I just had a little bit of motivational tidbit to share with you today. As I was getting ready for my appointment, God had placed upon my spirit to talk with you all about increase and how that works in our lives. I know this is the time of year where everybody is claiming their taxes, everybody is preparing um, to send their refund, their taxes in, and are in an expectation of a refund. And as I was thinking about that process, God placed upon my spirit, it just came upon me heavily that what most people do with their refunds. So when we get a little bit of extra, and I'm talking about myself as well, I've done it many of times, year after year. When we get a little bit of extra, we go and we splurge. We go and we may buy a new living room set, or we may go and buy that big screen TV that we've always wanted. And there's nothing wrong with having those things. The problem is that they're temporary and they have depreciation. So there's no, the value of it declines over time. So it's not really increasing in your life. So, as I was getting ready for my appointment, God had placed upon my heart that sometimes we need to do today what we're expecting for our tomorrows. So instead of just splurging, instead of going out and buying things to impress people we don't care about or that doesn't even matter, why don't we take that money and do things that would improve our future, that would improve our tomorrows, like putting some away in the savings account, um, investing in something that is going to bring increase, um, paying off debt that we owe so that the less debt we have, the better buying power we have in the future to get those things that we do want, like buying a home or something like that. So sometimes it takes the patience of saying that I'm going to suppress those instantaneous wants today so that I can invest in my future. Yes, sometimes we have to be patient enough to, like when a seed is growing underground, we don't see the fruit of what's happening underground. But whenever you plant a seed, something miraculous happens to that little bitty piece of seed when it's watered, when it gets the nutrients that it needs to grow. Eventually, that little bitty seed that you put in the ground will sprout up, and you'll see the fruit of that little bitty seed. And that's how our future is too. We have to be willing to invest in our future. We have to be willing to be patient and do today what tomorrow is going to bring for us, a brighter tomorrow, instead of just getting things we want now. Yes, it's okay to treat ourselves. Of course, we should do that every now and then. Treat ourselves, go on that vacation that we've always wanted to go on. But then think about where you want to be tomorrow. It's very important to write down a goal to find out, where actually do I want to be tomorrow? Where do I want to be a year from now? Where do I want to be 2 years from now? So in order to get to that next year, get to that year after that, in order to get to those goals we have set today, we have to be doing something. We have to be putting in action what we're trying to obtain for tomorrow. So I believe that's where increase comes, when God sees that we're appreciating what He has placed in our hands today. It's like when most people say, God, give me increase, increase, increase. We love to speak about increase, but sometimes God says, show me that you can appreciate what you have right now. Show me that the seed that I have placed in your hand, show me where you have sown that seed. Show me if you've just thrown it on rocky ground, or show me if you have thrown it into fertile soil. So sometimes our increase comes from the things we do today. Sometimes we're asking God to give us, give us, give us, give us. And God wants to show that we are faithful over the things we have. It's funny because I always tell my children, they always say, well, Mom, can you get us this? We want this. Mom, can you do this? And I'm like, okay, you're asking for these things. You want more things.